Good morning to everyone. I want to tell you guys two things before we look at fragments again and check our homework. First of all, I sent an email yesterday that is requesting you to answer some questions about this class, about learning online. And I don't want you to feel rushed to turn that back into me. If you want to take a couple of weeks and fill that out, I would appreciate it. Take your time on it. It's basically going to give me a lot of help in planning my next semester of teaching online. So you guys know we're doing our classes online in the spring. So I want to hear from you how you feel about the class, the assignments, the due dates, the way that Blackboard is set up. Is it organized in an easy way for you, or was it difficult to find things? Tell me anything that you think would be helpful to me in preparing for my next semester. And if you just want to answer one or two of the questions, that's okay too. I don't need that, like I said, this week. You can take a couple of weeks and think about the answers. But when you're ready to respond to the survey, if you could just click on reply and make sure that only I am going to receive the survey. I don't want you to send the answers out to all the students. And also make sure in the subject of the email that you put which class. Because I teach 3 classes and I sent that email to all my students in all 3 classes. Okay, so that's a little bit about the survey email. The next announcement is about the writing center. Okay, so we're starting to write a real formal paragraph, and if you feel like you need help, I want you to know that the Writing Center is open on each campus. I am not sure at your campus if it's open for person-to-person tutoring, but I know they're doing online tutoring. And I think they use Zoom, but I'm not sure. But if you're interested in that, I want you to go to the announcements page of Blackboard and you'll see some information about the Writing Center. It's the announcement that has the yellow highlighted sections. It tells you who to contact, and that's the information from the South Campus, which is where I work. So I encourage you guys to use the Writing Center as kind of a personal tutoring place for you. Good morning, Gerardo. Welcome.
Good morning, teacher.
I'm just giving a few announcements before we check our homework. So the Writing Center is open and available. You can get, I believe it's 2 sessions per week. So that's a one-on-one tutor for you, and they can help you with your writing, with anything specific that you need help with. You can also send them your writing, like your paragraph or your journal, and they can use that with you to talk about what you need to be working on. Okay, so like I said, I gave more information in the announcements page on Blackboard, so take a look at that. There's also an extra credit opportunity for you. It's listed in the syllabus near the grading section. So there's an option there for extra credit. So take a look at that. Email me if you're interested in that, and I can get you started with that. So I'm going to leave that in your hands to figure out what you want to do. The Writing Center is optional. You do not have to go there. You do not have to get help. But I wanted to give you a lot of resources, especially because we are online. It's more difficult to look at writing, I think, when it's online. So there's a lot of challenges. So you have options, you have resources. I don't want you to feel like you're alone in your writing. So, okay. So, questions about that? About the Writing Center?
No, teacher.
All right. If you came late to the video, make sure you go back and watch the first section of the recording here. But let's go ahead and go to the whiteboard here in the black letters where it says, what is a fragment and how can we avoid it in our writing? Anybody want to help me answer these questions? You can just talk. Turn on your microphone. Okay, Gerardo, go ahead.
I think a fragment is an incomplete sentence that it doesn't have a clear idea and probably doesn't have a no subject or verb.
Yes, right, exactly. It's a piece of a sentence, but it's missing either a subject or a verb, or it might have a subject and verb, but it might still be a fragment because it's not a complete thought. So some students get confused with that. Let me give you an example of a fragment that's not a complete thought. Here's an example. When I woke up this morning, well, we have a subject, I, we have a conjugated verb, woke up, but it is not a complete thought. It's not a complete idea. This is what we call a dependent clause, which means that by itself, this is not complete. Okay? So this is something that we would call a fragment. Okay? It's not a complete thought or idea. Okay, so we talked about a couple of ways to avoid fragments in our writing. And good morning, Alan. Who
Hi,
can
good
answer?
morning.
Good. Who can answer the second question? How can we avoid fragments? Like, what do we look for, or what do we do to fix them?
We can fix them joining them with the other sentence or adding a verb or adding a verb or missing subject or missing verb like this.
Okay, so right, so we can add words into the fragment to make it complete. That's one way to fix it. So I can add something to this sentence or this fragment here. Let me move this. I can add, when I woke up this morning, I felt a little tired. Okay? And we take off this period at the end, right? When I woke up this morning, I felt a little tired. Okay, now see, we added some information, we added some words to make it a complete idea. That's one way that we can correct a fragment. So now this is a good sentence. Okay, and sometimes we need to join a fragment with another sentence that was before it. Sometimes we need to join the fragment with the sentence that comes after it. Okay, so there's more than one way to correct fragments for sure. Yeah. Okay, and anybody have questions? If not, we'll go to our homework on page 254.
Not for me, teacher.
All right, let's get to it. Page 254, practice 1 at the bottom of the page. You guys remember we already did the first 2 corrections in our last class. So in case you didn't catch that, let me tell you what they are. The bottom of page 254, we should combine a fragment with the sentence before it. So it should say, because of his many talents, he was often called the Black Da Vinci after Leonardo da Vinci, period. So we're combining that fragment after Leonardo da Vinci. We're combining that with the sentence before it. And then the second fragment we corrected, we combined in 1864 with the sentence before it. So we should say he was born in Missouri in 1864, period. Okay, so let's go to page 255 at the top. We are, I hope that you found 3 more fragments. There's 3 more. So Sammy, can you tell us the first fragment at the top of page 255?
Is at Iowa I can't read.
At Iowa Agricultural College.
College. Yes.
Okay, so what do we do to fix this fragment?
We must we should oh, I can't speak. The what's the before at we must oh, I can't speak today. I don't know.
Have you been speaking Farsi too much this week?
Yeah,
Farsi or another language?
yeah, Farsi.
It's interfering. Ah! The English can't get through. Hey, it's no problem. Let me help you. We want to use the word join. So we need to join the fragment to what?
Accepted to at
Mm-hmm.
lower.
So we can say join the fragment to the sentence before it, or you can say take away the period after accepted.
Yes.
All right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Alan, can you help us with the next fragment? Page 255. Do you have it, Alan?
Teacher, today I couldn't open my book. I mean, my book is online, and I don't know what is happening with the page.
What does it say? Do you have an error message or something?
I said like your product, like something about my product isn't here. And it is
That's
like
convenient.
an helicopter flying. Then
Yeah.
why?
Well, it looks like you've been robbed. I think you should call the police and report that. Somebody stole your product. No, actually, I'm sort of serious. After class, can you send me an email with the screenshot?
Yes.
And what I can do is I will get in touch with the product support specialist for our book, Pearson, and they can find out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so just send me a screenshot.
Yes, I'll do.
Yeah, so I can see what it looks like. Okay, so you're going to be a little lost for today, but that's okay. We're going to do a fun little activity later that you can participate in. So let's go to Gerardo next. Can you help with 255?
Yes, teacher. I think in number 2 we have to delay the period
Okay.
after year and join the sentence with en cotton the neck. Cotton the next.
Cotton the next. Yes, that's correct. So we're going to delete the period after year and continue the sentence where it says and cotton the next. So southern farmers planted peanuts one year and cotton the next.
Yes.
That is how we fix that fragment. We joined the fragment to the sentence before it. That's what we did. Okay, good job. And the last is on the very end of the paragraph. It should say, I'm just going to kind of abbreviate here, National Inventors Hall of Fame, and then delete the period after fame, and then continue for his inventions.
Yes. Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Before the last fragment in the before the last fragment there is a sentence that it says Carver was great inventor and he was inducted into the national.
Yes.
Okay, so after Carver was great inventor there is a comma. Do we need that comma and why?
Oh, great question. Okay, you are actually going to help me answer the question, okay? Let's go back to the start of the sentence, Carver. I want you to put an S for subject and a V for conjugated verb. Let's find the subjects and verbs first. So what's the
Okay,
subject in this sentence?
Carver.
Exactly. So let's put an S above Carver, okay? Carver is a person. Now, we can ask a question, who was a great inventor? Carver, right? So Carver's the subject. And then do we have a verb?
Was.
Good. So put V for verb. All right.
Okay.
So that right there is creating a complete idea. Carver was a great inventor. All right.
Okay.
And then do we have a subject and verb after the comma?
Yes. He and was.
Good. He and
Okay.
was, or you can put was inducted. That's a passive verb. But yeah, so we've got he, subject, and then was inducted. That part is also a complete idea. He was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame for his inventions. Okay, so look what we have again. We've got two subject verb pairs, and then what do we have in the middle? We've got comma and what?
And I don't remember. Teacher is
Look at the bottom of your screen. There's a little hint.
oh, little hand.
Is there a fanboys right there after the comma?
Yeah, homeboys and.
Yeah,
No. Yeah,
remember
and.
fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so.
Yes.
So to answer your question, Gerardo, why do we have that comma and the and there?
I don't know. Because it's a fanboy and it's a comma. I don't know. Supposedly, if there is a fanboy, we don't need a comma.
Really?
I don't know.
Remember the definition of a compound sentence?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, what is a compound sentence?
So a compound sentence is a we have a subject and a verb from the left and
Yep,
subject and a verb from the right, right?
yep, yep.
Yeah.
And
So
what's in the middle?
a comma
A comma, and what else?
and a fanboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what the good thing is about these online classes? Recorded every lecture.
Oh,
It's all in your folders. So maybe you should go back to, I think that was week 2 that we
yes.
talked about compound sentences. Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
that's, yeah, it's a great question that you asked, and it's good to review because it will take time for that to really sink in. I know this is all new for you guys, so repetition, repetition, looking at it again and again, and recognizing that structure will really help you improve your writing. So, yes, I expect you guys to write simple and compound sentences in every paragraph that you turn in to me. Okay?
Thank
I
you,
will
teacher.
be looking for simple and compound. And if I see any mistakes, that I will correct those. Okay? Because
Okay.
that's the foundation of writing level 1 is those simple and compound sentences. So that's good. Keep looking for them. My suggestion is to keep labeling those subject, verb in the middle, comma, fanboys. If we take out the fanboys and we only have a comma, that is called a comma splice error, and that's not correct. Chapter 5, wait, I said chapter 5. Chapter 19, okay, chapter 19 gives you more information about these run-ons and comma splice errors. So we're doing that next week, and you will see that repetition. I'm going to show you, hey, we're missing a fanboys here. Okay, so does that answer your question?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Around.
good. Let's continue on a little bit with page 255. Let's look at another uh, example of fragments, okay? So they call these explanatory fragments, but really what that means is what students do. I'm going to clear my screen and kind of show you more about fragments. Okay, this is what students do. I'm writing a sentence here to show you. Take a look at this on the screen here. I enjoy many activities on the weekend. For example, shopping and exercising. Does anybody see a problem here?
Mhm.
Or you think, hey, this looks good to me?
I think, for example, is fragments.
This whole thing is a fragment. Yeah.
Uh,
This is a fragment. But why? Because it sounds good. We're giving examples, right? Many
Yes.
activities, shopping and exercising. It, you know what the problem is? This writer did not follow the rules of using these guys right here, which are called transition words. Okay? Transition words are like, for example, however, there's Oh, we talked about some on the blue list in chapter 4. If you guys remember, was that chapter 4? Anyways, we looked at that blue chart that had a bunch of transition words in it. So what this is doing is, in your mind, it makes sense because you're connecting the first idea with the second idea. But the problem is that the structure of this is incorrect. So what we need to do is have the transition word, comma, and then a complete subject and verb. So that's what we need. So after this transition word, the for example, we need to have a subject and a verb. And it's okay to say, well, I don't want to have to repeat myself again, but I guess I will. It's okay to say again, I enjoy or I like shopping and exercising. So you can say, I enjoy many activities on the weekend. For example, I like shopping and exercising. We just added that into the fragment. Does everybody see what we did?
Yes.
Okay, so we are not joining. We're not joining the fragment to the sentence before it. We're not joining, okay? In this case, we are adding some missing words. That's what we're doing here. We're adding the words into the fragment to make it complete. Okay, so that's how we use that one. But let me show you another word. Look on page 255 in the middle of the page. It says explanatory fragments begin with one of the following words. This is not always true. It doesn't have to begin with these words. So we can create fragments from almost any kind of word, okay? But they're trying to organize it for you and make it like in smaller sections. But let me show you, I want you to circle, for example, do you see that list of 10 words there or phrases? Circle the for example and circle for instance. And then also circle also. So transition words would be for example, for instance, and also. Okay, those are the ones, class, that we need to follow in this structure, this order. We need to use the word like for with a comma and then the subject and verb to make the sentence, or also comma and then subject and verb. Okay, now there's another kind here that they grouped in here. Look at the word including and the word such as. How do we use those words? Anybody know how to do that? Do we need to put a comma after including?
Yes.
Close, but no.
No.
Nope.
So why, for example, we have to put a comma in including? We don't have to put a comma.
It's because it's a different type of word.
Okay.
Remember we talked about before, like the fanboys.
Yes.
Fanboys are a certain type of word, okay? And remember I showed with you how the word but and the word however have the same meaning, but they're used in a different way in a sentence, like with the commas, the periods, and all that. The structure is different, okay? If you guys remember that, talked about that in the first couple of weeks of class. That's also what's happening here. So in other words, if you look at where I put including on this one, look at my sentence. I enjoy many activities on the weekend, including shopping and exercising. Okay, so how many subjects do I have?
Two, I think.
Two? Okay, is this a sentence?
Yes, it is.
Okay, where's the fanboys? Oh, now I've got you stuck in a. You gotta be careful how you guess because, yeah, I'm just kidding. I always ask why and I ask what questions to really get to the bottom of it. I'm trying to see how you're thinking. Class, this is a simple sentence. What we did in this case was we joined that the shopping and exercising part, we joined it with the part before it. That's totally different from what we did with the transition word. Remember up here with the transition word, what did we do? I enjoy many activities on the weekend, period. And then I started a new simple sentence. For example, comma, I enjoy shopping and exercising. Everybody see that?
Yes.
It's a little bit messy here, but I have a period after weekend when I use this transition, for example, okay? Down here, I do not have a period after weekend. I just have a comma. And then I use this other kind of word. It's not a transition word. Okay? Is everybody with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
And after including, I only have noun. I can only put things. I cannot put a subject and verb. So it's totally different from what we did up here with the transition word. Up here with, for example, we added a subject and verb. Down here with including, we don't put a subject and verb after the word including. Okay, so who has a question about that? No questions so far? Okay, then you guys are going to show me the structure. I want you to look at page 5 where it says how to correct explanations and the blue letters, page 255. And I want you to look where it says add words and then join sentences. I want you guys to circle the periods, circle the commas. I want you to look for subjects and verbs. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that. Let's notice the structure there where it says add words and where it says join sentences. And Alan, you don't have your book. I'm just going to type it up here.
Teacher, I could try to join it with my own computer. It's because I'm trying to log in with the device that TCC borrowed me. I think the device is the problem. Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be the problem because you're on my writing lab platform.
Yeah, the device, but the information I had in the device,
Yeah.
like my username, something like that.
Oh,
Because I remember for one last class, I created an account, and I'm not
yeah.
sure if it's the same account I'm using for this class.
Oh, so you may have
And I
forgotten
still,
those
yeah.
passwords and stuff. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, do what you need to do. Okay. Did everybody label the subjects and verbs and circle periods and commas? Or yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So that's our first step. All right. If you feel overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, this is too much information, go back to, okay, let's look at the subjects and verbs, and let's look at periods and commas to help us identify the structure. So I put the sentences up here. Let's look at the first one. We did many new, oh, and I misspelled it. I put experiment. Ah, that looks bad. Oh well. We did many new experiments, period. For example, comma, we learned about mercury. Okay. Do we have subjects and verbs over here after the for example?
We have, yes,
Okay, what's the subject? What's the verb?
we is the subject and learned is a verb.
That's correct. And then, and that came after our for example with a comma there. Okay, so how many sentences are in here in number one? How many sentences?
Yeah, it's two.
Two. Yep, all you have to do is count the periods. One period after experiments, one period after mercury. That means this is two sentences. Okay, is everybody with me?
Yeah.
We good? Okay, let's go to number two. Some new chemical compounds are useful, comma, particularly in the production of fabrics. Now, I don't expect you to use the word particularly in your writing, but this is a formal word, okay? And what it means is specifically, or it's kind of a way of giving more information that's more specific, okay? And it's kind of like that word including, or such as, or like, or especially. Those words, we put the comma right before it. Remember my example with including, right? I put a comma right before it. Okay, so here's my question. Do we have subjects and verbs on the right side or on the second part of the sentence?
No.
Particularly in the production of fabrics. Do we have a subject and verb over here?
We
No.
have a subject, fabrics, maybe.
Now, remember what I said, if it's a subject, then you can ask a question, who or what, and with the verb. And let's put of there, Ricardo. Of is a preposition. Can we put a subject after a preposition?
Mm,
Can we put subjects inside a prepositional phrase?
no.
That's correct. Remember we studied that in the chapter. I'm getting mixed up with my chapters. It was one of those chapters with prepositional phrase.
Yes.
Maybe it was
So,
chapter 8, I think. Anyways, yeah, so basically on this side, we do not have a subject and verb, okay? So how many sentences are in number 2?
1.
Good. This is one sentence, only one period at the end. So this is to kind of help you get an idea of the structure. So class, which one has a transition word?
The second one. Oh, of course. Yeah, the first
Good. Number 1 has a transition word. It's for example, okay? Which one has a complete subject and verb in the second part?
one.
Yeah. Only number 1 does. So number 2 does not have a transition word, and number 2 does not have a subject and verb on the right side. So that's the example there to show you the difference in those. And I will be honest, in your book, they don't really explain, the different words and how to use them and everything. So they're just showing you examples, and they kind of expect you to understand why. But for homework, you're going to do practice 2. And what I want you to come back to and think about is everything that we've done here. Okay? To do practice 2, you're going to be looking for the words like particularly or such as or for example. And how do you know how to correct the fragments? You need to come back and look at the structure. Okay? Look at the structure of the sentence. And number 2, we have just a comma with these words. And number 1, we put a period before it and a comma after the words. And then a subject and verb. So you guys are going to work with that a little bit for homework. Okay, any questions?
Not.
All right, let's go to our second homework assignment. So we're going to leave that sentence structure, and we're going to talk about kind of the bigger picture of what an illustration paragraph needs to have in it. Okay, so what's happening this week and next week? What are we working on?
On an illustration paragraph.
Illustration paragraph. Good. And is it going to be for a grade?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, definitely. It's considered one of your big writing assignment grades, okay? Okay, and when is it going to be due? When do we turn in the paragraph?
For next Friday, it's gonna be next Friday, 16.
Yes. Next Friday is
Next
when
week.
the full paragraph is due, okay? So this week what we're doing is we're choosing our topic, we're doing our pre-writing, brainstorming, getting ideas, and we're writing a topic sentence. Okay, those are the 3 things we're doing this week. Next week, we're going to fill in that paragraph with some really good simple and compound sentences, really good organization, and all of that. So that's next week. So let's look at page 42. This is an example in practice 1, an example of an illustration paragraph. So first thing we need to do is underline the topic sentence. So Sammy, what is the topic sentence?
Which page?
We're on page 42.
Is the human brain seems to be programmed for sign.
Yes, exactly. That is a topic sentence. Okay. And now number 2 says circle 3 transitional expressions. Transitional expressions are the same thing as transitions. Okay. What we just talked about when we were talking about fixing fragments. Okay. So we're looking for transitions. Alan, are you able to see your book yet?
Yes, teacher, I'm able now.
Okay, good. Page 42. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what did you circle in practice?
The first sentence.
Now, that's what you underlined. That is the topic sentence. That's what we underlined with a straight line. But number 2 asks, circle the transitions. Where are the transitions? Do you need some help?
No, also is in the third line, and then furthermore is on line 7, and I just could find those, but I see you
Oh, okay, you just
finally.
found
I didn't
2
put
there.
finally.
Okay. Yeah, but we've got also, furthermore, and finally. And Alan, what is the purpose of these transitions? Why do we have these 3 transitions?
Because we need to create a connection between like.
Okay, what does this have to do with supporting points or supporting ideas?
What does what, sorry?
What about supporting points? Do you remember we talked about supporting
Yes.
points?
Yeah.
So is it separating those supporting points or ideas? Yeah? Yes. Okay. Yes, it is. So why do we have these 3 transition words? Because we're separating the 3 different supporting points and the details that go with the supporting points. Do you guys remember last week when we did that paragraph exercise, organizing the paragraph with the different colors, the yellow, the blue, the gray? Those are the sections of the supporting points. There's one point with details, second point with details, third point with more details, okay? So again, I'm just showing you more and more examples because this is how I want you guys to write. And most of you already have this idea, so this is good, but some of you are still kind of struggling, so I'm still working with you. Okay, number 3, what is the author's point of view about music? Music is important for human development. Okay, that's the answer to number 3. And number 4, let me read the answers to you. We've got 4 examples. Okay, the first one, lullabies help lower a child's arousal levels and focus his or her attention. Is that what you guys got for the first one? Something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you may have just copied the sentence, a mother's lullaby does double duty by lowering blah, blah, blah. You could copy it, but they're actually taking it a step further and they're kind of paraphrasing it, making it in a shorter sentence. So basically, that's the first idea, lower a child's arousal level and focus their attention. The second one, listening to music lowers blood pressure and decrease pain. So it lowers blood pressure and it lowers the pain, decreases pain, feelings of pain. Okay. And the third one, music training provides brain exercises and IQ. So music provides brain exercise and increase our IQ. And the last one, music creates social cohesion. Cohesion is like when it's together, it works together. Music creates social cohesion. Okay, any questions, class, about that activity?
No for me.
No.
Okay, so I have something fun I want to do for the rest of our class. I have given you guys the same permissions that I have with this collaborate screen. So you actually have the ability to share your screen with the rest of the class and open a new whiteboard screen and all of that stuff. So here's what I want to do, depending on how much time we take to do these. First, I want to talk about topic sentences for your topic that you chose. Okay, I want to make sure you have a good idea of what you want to write about, and if anybody has a topic sentence that you want to share, then I want us together to check that and give you suggestions. Okay? And if we have time, I have an example illustration paragraph that I want to show you. I also posted it in Blackboard, and I also sent you an email to your MyTCC email address. And there's an activity we can do to put that paragraph in the correct order. It's an illustration paragraph, but it's mixed around and it's in the wrong order. So those are two activities we can do for the rest of this class. So let's start with you guys. Does anybody have a topic sentence or your brainstorming ideas to share?
I have my topic sentence, and I have my topic and my topic sentence.
Okay, so Gerardo, how do you want to show us? Do you have it typed like on your computer, or do you have it on paper?
Could I type it in your white screen?
Yes, you could type it here, or you can share your screen and show us if you already have like a Word document or something.
Okay, I'm gonna write in the screen because I
Okay.
have it in paper.
Okay, good. So before you type, just tell us what is your topic. What did you pick?
Okay, my topic is unhealthy food from page 77.
Okay, page 77, unhealthy foods. Okay, go ahead. You can type yours up there. We'll wait for you.
Okay.
Unhealthy foods, page 77. Okay. The other topics you can choose from are on page 45, 45 and 77. So I asked you to choose a topic and then do some pre-writing, get your ideas on paper, and then I asked you to write or get ready to write a topic sentence. So what about you, Sammy and Alan? Do you have anything to share?
No, Jen, teacher.
Okay, have you picked a topic?
Yes, I do.
What's your topic?
Problems in a relationship.
Wow, that's a lot of noise. What is that? Is that your microphone?
It's good now.
Kind of. No, not really. Okay,
Now
Tammy, what is your topic?
is problems in a relationship.
Ooh, I'm excited about that. Problems in a relationship. Okay, do you have it? Do you have something written on like a Word document, or where did you do your brainstorming?
Would you please repeat your question?
Did you do any pre-writing?
Oh no, not yet. But
Okay. Okay, no problem. All right, so turn off your microphone because it's hard to hear. Yeah, there you go. So Sammy's going to pick problems in a relationship. That's her topic. And Gerardo, did you already do some pre-writing?
Yes. Some
Okay.
sentence, not completely, but some sentence.
Okay, so do you already know what your 3 supporting points are going to be?
Ah,
Like,
I have one only.
okay, what is it?
Um, is could I read it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my topic sentence is unhealthy food cause different problems in people's life. My first is one of the problems is that healthy food can cause serious diseases.
Okay.
For
So there
example,
you go. That is your first supporting point, diseases.
yes.
Yep, that is the first problem, or that's the first effect, you could say, of unhealthy food. Good. And do you have any more problems?
I have the other one is addiction, but I didn't write anything about it yet.
Okay. So you are on the right track, and I'm glad that you did this work ahead of time, because what I'm trying to show everybody that's going to watch the video is, how do we start this paragraph, right? I mean, there's a lot of things we're supposed to do, and how do we begin? So to begin with, we choose our topic, and then we start to think about, how am I going to divide this into 3 parts, or 3 subtopics, 3 supporting points. And Gerardo has 2 of them already. Diseases and addiction are very different from each other. So addiction is not the same thing as a disease. So addiction might be like overeating, right? And you want to eat all the time. Diseases might be diabetes, right? Or heart disease,
Mhm.
things like that. Yeah, so we've got separate ideas, which is good. We've got to have, each supporting point is going to be different from the other supporting points. So far it looks really good. And your topic sentence is simple, but it has a subject, it has a verb. Unhealthy food causes different problems. Different problems right here, this is going to be the focus, right? Or the controlling idea.
Okay.
And notice that we're using causes, because if you put just cause, that would be called a subject-verb agreement error.
Okay.
Do you remember we talked about subject-verb agreement?
Yes. Singular and plurals, right? Okay.
Like food cause. That would be wrong, because we're supposed to say food, which is singular, causes with the S.
Okay.
All right? So right now I'm just giving you help, right? I'm helping you for preparing for next week when you begin writing. And this is how I'm going to check everybody's paragraph. I'll be looking for subject-verb agreement. I'll be looking for a good topic sentence that has a controlling idea. I'm looking for 3 supporting points. It is okay to have 2 supporting points, but you need to have lots of details for them. Okay, but 3 is a good number, so you've got 2 already. And Sammy, what about you? Do you have any ideas about your topic? What do we call them? Supporting points. Okay. Get in a problem. Get in.
It's my topic sentence. Oh, I
I'm
missed.
going to say something like some relationships have trouble, or some relationships, we don't really say get in a problem, have problems. You could use a plural noun there, have problems. Or you can take from Geraldo's idea and say some relationships have different problems.
Mhm.
Or you could say there are several problems that some relationships have. Yep, yep, yep. We could definitely use that.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm here to do, is kind of help you get started in your writing. This looks good. Does anybody else have questions or things you want to share?
So for the topic, it should be the same like in the book, or we can change it. For example, I choose unhealthy food. So could I leave it like that, or could I change it?
It depends on what you want to change it to. If you have an idea, you can ask me, and then I can say, yes, that's good, or no, that's not good. But I don't want you to just pick any topic and start writing. I need to know what the topic is,
Okay.
and yeah, and give you approval first.
Okay.
Okay, good. Any other questions?
No, for me, teacher.
Okay, I want to show you on page 76. 76. This is what you're going to be doing. Actually, I wanted you to do that before today, but it's okay if you want to do this later today or tomorrow. Look where it says a classification paragraph plan at the top of page 76.
Yes.
So this is what I want you to do as you're planning and preparing. You have a topic sentence, and then you're going to put like support 1, support 2, support 3. And you can see I already helped Gerardo a little bit here. I said problem 1, diseases, problem 2, addiction. So that is support 1, support 2, okay, and then he needs to add another one. And then under that, just make a few notes about your details. Notice that this is not a complete paragraph on page 76. This is not complete, but it's just kind of a plan. It gets your ideas together and organized. So that's another strategy to help you begin writing. And I'd like you to do that this week so that next week you can begin creating sentences. Next week we're focusing on putting our ideas into complete sentences that have good structure, right? We want to do simple sentences and compound sentences. So let's start now by getting our ideas on paper. Then it will be easier when you actually have to write complete sentences. Okay, so that's sort of like a homework assignment. Your homework really is to email me your topic sentence. And Gerardo, you do not need to email it to me because you already have it here. Unless you want to change your topic, then you need to email me, okay?
Okay.
And Sammy, you can work on yours and decide what you want to write and then email it to me as well. So I'm going to approve your topic sentence and I'll say, yes, that's good, or no, you need to keep working on it. Okay? And so we've got a few minutes left. Why don't we look at an example of an illustration paragraph? This is an example that I wrote because, again, your book, they have some good ideas, but sometimes I think it's too much. Like, it's too much difficult vocabulary, and I don't know what you guys think, but I think they're a little bit more challenging the way they write in the book. So I wrote a very simple paragraph that I want to show you, and you guys are going to do an activity with it.
Okay.
And we only have 3 students again. I really miss Carolina because we need 4. 4 is a magic number. If we could just get to 4, that way we could do pair practice.
I know.
But we'll get there. Carolina's had some problems with her microphone lately. So here's what I want to do. If you guys have your TCC email open, I want you to go there.
Okay.
I want you to open your TCC email. And I want you to look for the email that I sent. It says writing 1. And it's a paragraph organization activity. If you don't have it open, it's okay. I have it here on the screen. But the reason I want you to have it open is because I want you to work on that document.
Okay.
And I'm sharing my screen here, so this is what it looks like. And what it is this is an illustration paragraph or classification paragraph. And what it is, all of the sentences are correct. There's no grammar mistakes. Okay? The sentences are really good, but the problem is they're not organized in the right order. And there's no formatting. Do you notice that the first line is not indented? And then I skipped a line, I skipped a line, I skipped a line. We don't want to do that, right? So what your job is to take a sentence like I'm doing here, and then you want to click on up at the top where it says, no, you see, I'm used to doing it. I do Control X, but I'm trying to see where it is up here. How do I cut this?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is, right here. Cut. So if I click on cut, this sentence will go away. And then I can come over here if I want to, and I can click on paste, and I can put that sentence here. So that's called cut and paste. Cut means you take it off the page. Paste means you put it back on the page. And so what I want you to do is move these sentences around, right? So I can go up here and cut this one, and then I want to put that one up here at the top. I go back and I paste. So this might take a few minutes. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes, and I want us to at least begin this activity. Who has their paragraph in front of them?
I have it.
Okay, you have it, Gerardo. Who else has it? Anybody else? What happened to Alan and Sammy? Do you guys have your paragraphs? The paragraph that I emailed you?
Yes, teacher.
I tried to sign Gmail.
Okay. Okay, so Gerardo, you get to be the leader of the group because you're the one that has it open. So Gerardo, go down to the bottom of your screen and click on it's a little box on the bottom right side and it has an arrow.
You know what, teacher?
What?
I have the paragraph, but I don't have any tools in the page because it's open in a Google log or something.
Okay, at the top, can you click on where it says, does it say edit or what does it say at the top of the page?
I only have a printer in that download, but I don't have any tool, teacher.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do, Gerardo. You're going to share with me so I can see what it looks like, okay?
How can I do that?
Okay, at the bottom of the collaborate screen, there's a little purple tab. I want you to open that, the collaborate panel, and I want you to click on that little box with the arrow. It says share.
Okay, got it. Sure.
Okay. Now click on where the second option, it says share application screen.
Okay.
All right.
I cleared it already.
Okay, and then click on the picture of the desktop where it says your entire screen. Click on that and then click the blue box that says share.
One more time. So no, it doesn't work, teacher.
Do you see where it says share your screen, your entire screen?
No, it's not. I only have share audio and share, but share is on gray.
Share audio. Okay, maybe I need to get, no. You're supposed to be able to share your screen. So you have the share application and screen, but it doesn't say anything after that. Like, look at mine on the right side, share application.
Teacher, I already have the document.
Oh, you do? Okay. Try to share it with us. This is something that might help us later when we're doing editing. You go down to the bottom of the screen where you see the box with the arrow, and then you click on share application screen. Yeah, there you go. Gerardo, I can see it.
Yeah, but this one is from how is it from, because I worked in that yesterday, but I have to copy in different in Word.
Oh, you already did it.
Yes, I already did it because I worked on that at yesterday at night, but I can not do it like you're trying to teach us. I don't know.
Well, you already did it, actually. You already did the assignment, which is great. Let me see yours. Let me put it in the middle so I can read it.
But I'm not sure about the two last sentences.
Okay, let me read it. I would put your conclusion sentence, I would put that up at the top.
Okay.
And Alan, you can work on yours too, or you can share your screen, whatever you want to do while we have a few
Okay,
minutes.
teacher.
Yeah. And then let me see. Yeah, actually, Gerardo, that's perfect. You organized it correctly, except for the very first and the last.
The very first and the last?
Yeah, you should switch those because look at your first sentence. It says these.
Oh, okay.
The only time we use these is if we already said what these are.
Okay.
So just move those two around. Can you cut it and paste it from there?
I think so. Let me see. You say the last one and the first one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got yours going there. Your document that I sent you guys yesterday, you should be able to edit it. Alan, can you edit your document?
Yes, teacher, I can.
Okay, why don't we try this with yours? Alan, can you share your screen with us? So
Yes.
Gerardo, you can unshare your screen on the top right. Click on that little circle that's and now, Alan, let's see if you can share your screen and we'll look at that paragraph together.
Okay, isn't share application or share screen,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, share application screen. Then you click on the screen, that little box with the picture in it, and then is it working?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, now I can see it. We can all see your screen now. So open up that document.
Yes.
This is fun. I'm just excited because I miss being in the classroom. This is kind of a good way for us to do things together, where it's not
Yes,
just always me doing everything.
yes,
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Gerardo, you've already done this, but maybe you can help guide the discussion. We got 10 minutes left, so I'm going to let you guys, I'm turning off my video and I'm going to let you guys talk about this paragraph. And let's see, Sammy and Alan, can you guys decide where to put those sentences?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys work together and I'll come back in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, Gerardo, you already
Yes.
worked on this. You could
Well,
help us.
yes. Well, I already did. So, do you want me to tell you, or do you want to try it first?
No, well, I want to try first.
Okay, try.
Yes, a student of this type. The student thinks that college is one type of. Okay, I think one type. I think here this is the first one student. This student will this and another almost there. Yeah, one type. What do you think? Is it correct? It is the first.
No, that one is no. That one is the second one.
Okay, a student, this student thing. I can't like find a word that says like first of all, or something like that that indicate me that these three types of college student are around. Or maybe it's it, no?
The teacher said the first one is almost all college students
Oh,
fit into one of three categories because I have run that one and the teacher correct me already.
oh, okay. Okay.
So it's gonna be almost all college
Oh,
students fit into one of three categories.
okay. So, okay, here, and then put right here. Paste. Here it is. So we already have this, the first sentence, right?
Yes,
Almost all the college students fit into one of three categories. Almost all college students fit into one of the three categories. And
the second one is
this?
exactly yes.
Okay, yeah. Here then. um,
How about you, Sammy? Are you following us?
Yes, I try to open Word document.
Well, you can see the reading here.
If you go to the teacher screen, you're gonna see it. What Alan's is doing.
Oh yes, I can.
Yes, and you can tell us if you have different ideas. So
Okay,
did you?
this student.
Yes,
Sorry.
Alan.
No, go ahead.
Oh, did you found the third?
Uh, I think third is this student will write all the due dates for the like. Is it the third?
No, it's gonna be this kind of students wait until the last minute to begin assignment, and sometimes the student can complete the assignment before the due date. Oh, you say that, right? Sorry.
No. I did I. Oh yeah, but it's
Sorry.
fun.
Okay,
The sentence is fun.
I'm jumping in here. I'm jumping in because I can that Alan is thinking of specific ideas. But what we're looking at is our first supporting point has the word procrastinator. A
Procrastinator. Yes.
procrastinator is not a person who puts their assignments on a calendar and plans. A procrastinator is someone who just waits and waits and waits and doesn't do the work, doesn't do the work the day that it's due, and then they start, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. Okay.
That's me.
Okay. So look at the details and make sure you're the correct details right under that supporting point.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Keep going.
So this is the um third sentence. And then almost all the students, almost all
No,
qualified for three categories, then a student of this type will
no.
come.
This one is not the.
Is it not?
No, it's the other one that this says this kind of students wait.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah. I
this
copied
kind of
the
a
wrong one.
student. Yes.
That one, exactly. That one is the third one.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. Then another student. Is it the
Uh,
fourth?
the fourth one is
This student thinks that college
Exactly. This
is
student thinks that college is easy until the end of the semester when there is too much work to get done.
The student think that, oh, this?
Yes.
Okay. What did I do? Okay, I'll try to fix it later when we're already done with this. Okay, as this student thinks that college is easy until the end of the semester when there is too much work.
Yeah. And the other one is, what do you think, Sammy? Another kind of college students is
Yeah,
the responsible student.
and then this, no. You can never predict when the student will make. No, a student. And what's the next? I don't know, like, because it is a responsible student.
The next is these students will write all the due dates for assignments on a calendar and work on assignments days before the due date. I think you put it before.
Yeah, I
I'm kind of laughing because I think that's needed.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
yeah, because I don't have it.
Okay, and you know what? And it's okay. We're not in a rush to do this. This is good. This is just a learning experience. If you look, Alan, at the top of your page, and there's a little arrow, and that, yeah, there's a little arrow that lets you go back.
Yeah, this one, right?
Okay, you know how to do that one, right? So go back until you can find where that is.
Okay. So what's the last word of the sentence? Date? To
Due
get.
date,
Yeah, something about a calendar.
Okay.
I don't even know where it went. This is weird. No, it's not that one.
Calendar, no. What did I do with that?
We have to go way back. Oh, man,
Is
I
it
feel bad.
no,
this kind of
That's not
thing?
it.
no.
No, it's waiting until the last minute. Oh my gosh, you probably deleted it a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe at
There
the
it is.
beginning. Is it?
There it is. Well,
yeah,
I think
exactly. It's that one.
yeah, there it is. You guys have the right idea with this, right? Like you're
Yeah.
organizing it according to the supporting point, and you're kind of looking at the idea and then grouping the sentences together. So you guys are doing exactly what I wanted you to do. So we are out of time for today, but what I want y'all to do is take your own document that you have that I emailed to you and organize it and then format it correctly. Because remember, you have to indent the first line and double space and all that. And then you can send it back to me, or you can just click on share and share the document. And that will be it. That's all I'm looking for, just to see if you can organize it. Okay?
Okay, so we can email it to you.
Yeah, you can email it back to me. Gerardo, you don't need to email me yours because I already saw yours on this screen.
Oh, okay.
But Alan, you can continue working on it, and Sammy, you too.
Yes.
And take your time. You can do it today or tomorrow, anytime. So that is basically it for today. Just let me write here on the whiteboard really quickly. Email your topic sentence. And this is all in Blackboard in the lesson folder. If you look at textbook assignment number 2, you can find this information. But email the completed example paragraph. Okay, the example paragraph. And then I also asked you guys to do practice 2. Practice 2 on page 255. Yep, and that's it. That is your homework for this week. And I would like it if you could do all of these by Friday, by Friday at midnight, so that on Saturday and Sunday I can check them.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Well, thank you,
then,
teacher.
yeah, but practice 2, remember you don't have to email that to me, so you can do that whenever you have time. But yeah, so thank you guys for participating today. Did you like being able to share your screen?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah, it
nice.
was interesting.
I'm very,
Okay, I'm trying to keep it interesting.
I'm very bad with technology, but it's really good for me.
Yes, I know. We all have to be patient and just take it little by little, but we can use that feature in the future. If you guys just want to say, hey, here's what I wrote, take a look at it. We could talk about it in the class here. So, okay, guys, so that's it for today. I will let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay, see you, teacher. Thank you.